Love Potions class. A Draco x Harry Potter fanfiction, written by DrarryBoi on Whattpad. All characters are owned by the original creator of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. Chapter 1. Hello students, I'm Professor Slughorn. Welcome to the new school term. This year, your class will be introduced to new potions. The Love Potions. That is safe and accepted by Professor Dumbledore, of course, as you are already 7th years. There were snickers, oohs and ahs murmured across the room, as boys shifted away from girls, and some girls took advantage to tease the boys by getting closer, or looking from one person to another of whom they assumed were a good couple. Now, this class is strongly recommended and required for you lot. In this class, you will be permanently paired up with another student, whom you will have to try and make fall in love with you, for real, without using too many love potions. Throughout this lesson, you will, of course, learn how to brew the potions, how to use them, the effects and side effects, and here you may meet your first permanent love. People looked around at their crushes, boyfriends and girlfriends, looking anxious but dealing with it. Your names will be pulled out of the vase, said Professor Slughorn, placing the big shiny silver, diamond-encrusted vial with thick blue silver liquid swirling in it but seeming like air. Your names have been put in here and tied together. The vial looks at people with most similarities and the biggest chances of a happy ever after and pairs them up. I have nothing to do with what partner you get. People looked around at Ron, Hermione, Harry, Ginny, Draco, Pansy, Lavender and Neville, and further down the list of already assumed couples to be. Harry spun round to look at the other couples who were already, by now, anxious, as some may not have had quite the same interest as the other, and so they had a weak chance of being paired up. As he did so, he met Malfoy's gaze on him, as he sniggered with Pansy over something. "Ready to make out with a new girlfriend, Potter?" Malfoy sneered. "Is it okay if I snap a few pictures for the Daily Prophet?" Draco and Pansy let out chuckling over that joke, making Harry flush red. "Stuff it, Malfoy, mind your own Harry was cut off by Professor Slughorn, who used his sarcasm skills to great advantage. "Well then, Malfoy, pass over the camera and get ready to position for a love photo with Harry, as you two are partners." Everyone was now staring at the two of them, some laughing and some oohing. Pansy, looking rejected and offended that her crush was going to be with someone else, especially a boy. Worse, Harry Potter! "What?" the two boys yelled at once, standing up from their seats, both pale with disbelief. Now, boys, make up your mind. Which one of you will stand up and go sit by the other? Otherwise, you will just end up standing in one spot for the rest of the lesson, Slughorn noted joyfully, as if the situation was not a problem. The two boys just stood there, mouths gaped open in utter disbelief, staring at each other, feeling one another's pain. "Well then, Draco, how about you go and sit beside Harry?" Slughorn pointed at an empty seat next to Harry, which no one bothered taking. "No," Draco said, angry and anxious. "I will absolutely not be snogging Potter. That's disgusting. I demand a change." "Mr. Malfoy, I believe that is not possible. The vial decided you two are best for each other. If you two will go with other people, the result will be different and you might end up failing this class, so I would suggest that you just deal with it." Harry slowly sat back down, closing his mouth, still looking pale like Malfoy, who was now even paler than usual, almost white as snow, now slowly making his way over to Harry's desk. He slid down on the empty seat beside him, scooting as far away as possible, almost falling off the bench. They sat like that for the rest of the lesson, as Professor Slughorn kept pulling names out, and unexpected pairs were forming. The room was filled with gasps of disbelief and only a few squeals of excitement and joy. As all pairs were sorted, the room was filled with shy girls and annoyed boys, annoyed to say the least about Draco and Harry, who were now muttering curses at each other. "All right, class. Today we will start by examining our partners. First, before you do any potion, you must know your partner well. Examine them. Sit in front of each other and simply have a look at their visual features for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we will move on." Harry slowly turned to face Draco, who was now sitting facing him, shoulders straight and an unreadable expression on his face. "Well, I see you're scared to face a Malfoy, aren't you, Potter?" Malfoy teased, smirking evilly. "Stuff it, Draco," Harry defended, sitting in front of Draco, examining him. "Draco now, is it, Harry?" the blonde hissed. "I see you are looking forward to these lessons, aren't you? Well, don't get your hopes up, because I am not planning on sharing any love with you, no matter what love potion strikes me." "Neither am I." The two boys stared at each other, not breaking eye contact. There was now an electrical sphere above each pair, and theirs was sparking black. Now, boys, be more positive. I said examine each other, not have a deathly stare-down contest," Professor Slughorn said, calming the electrical black sphere above them, as well as that cooling down both boys' tempers. "Now just sit and look at each other. How hard can that be? If you can't manage this task, I have no idea how you are going to get through sexual activities." "Sexual activities?" All eyes were now upon Slughorn, who looked uncomfortable, as he forgot to mention that part. "Yes, sexual activities," he said calmly, pointing over to a few open doors that led to cosy-looking dim-lit bedrooms. Now, we will get to that later. Right now, focus on studying your partner. Chop chop, you've only got 3 minutes left of the lesson." Draco and Harry, as if forgetting about everything they have just been fighting about, just spent the last few minutes of the lesson actually studying each other. Harry looked at Draco and noticed a few things he'd never actually noticed before. His posture was perfect. Back straight, shoulders put, legs straight together. His pale face had some really beautiful features. For example, the jawline was standing out on that beautifully smooth skin. Harry just wanted to kiss him down that jawline. No, he was not just checking out Malfoy and having daydreams of any sexual activities with him. Oh, this was going to be hard. "What are you staring at, Harry?" Draco said, wincing at how he had to use the given name. Harry actually kind of smiled at that. He liked it. Now he kind of wanted to be paired up with Draco. But it was so disgusting. "Nothing. Just finishing up my given assignment," he said, smiling, packing up his things and leaving as the lesson ended. He walked out the door, leaving a puzzled Draco in the classroom. He had expected Harry to be more aggressive and resisting.